Hi you guys, welcome back to the channel. So on today's video we are going to be learning how to make this very Ashoke Zara cap. If that's something you're interested in, come with me and let's get started. Also, do not forget to like, subscribe and leave a comment down below. Right here are the things that we're going to be needing. Of course, you're going to need your tape, your Ashoke, and we are also going to be using this very hard wording. Like, this is the strongest wording in the market, I've been told. But if you do not have the money or the means to get a wording, you can also use Imako. This is used in place of making shoes. So the first thing we want to do is measure out the person's head measurement. Now for this person, her head measurement is 23 and a half. I'm just going to add 1 inch for my sewing allowance, and of course I went ahead to cut this wording to fit the Ashoke, the same size, and after which I am going to remove inches from it because we have our sewing allowances already placed for us in our minds. So I'm going to be using 1 inch for the side, like I said, and I'm going to remove half an inch at the tops, just like I'm showing right here, and this will give me space to sew and make my cap come to life without any kind of stress. To do when all I can is thinking. Okay, so here we see the spaces that we have. On top I went ahead again to remove like half an inch at the both sides of the top and bottom because it wasn't really sitting fine for me, and I want that sewing allowance of 1 inch to be there. So I went ahead to remove 1 inch from all the sides, literally. So half and half gives you one. So I'm going to go ahead and pin this down and then iron. You want to keep in mind that your Ashoke can shrink when ironing it, so I would advise that you make your head measurement 2 or 3 times bigger than it already is. So here we have our Ashoke ironed out for us, and I went ahead to bend it into two, fold it into two, and also iron. So you want to bend this the way it is shown here, and you want to go ahead and sew by 1 inch. And I know that you're right, but you should know. You want to sew almost really close to the wording. So here we have our Ashoke and everything is placed right. We're just going to turn this and also fold it like so. So I thought I was filming, but I wasn't when I was cutting the top hat of it, but I wasn't filming, and I'm so sorry that that's not here. So basically what I'm doing is I'm removing 1 inch from the wording so it can fit perfectly on my head, and I'm also going to cut a lining for the top, so when we iron our wording on the top part of the Ashoke, the part that covers our head, we're just going to use our lining now, sew round and give it like that security so it sits just fine. I don't know if it's making any sense. So we're done sewing that, and you can see like the security I'm talking about. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to now put this into the folded cap bottom and sew it round, just like I'm showing you here. Okay, we're done doing that, and this is what it looks like. This is a really neat sewing. I'm just going to now go ahead later and weave these parts. That's what my hand gesture is trying to say. So I'm going to flip this over to the right side, and you can see we already have our cap ready for us, but we need to put some kind of design to make it look more of what a woman will wear than a man. Okay, so here I have 3 Ashoke cut out, 3 pieces of Aso Oke cut out, and I'm just going to show you what measurements I use. So here is 15, that's for the smallest one, and here is 20. I have 20 for the middle one. For the largest one, I have a length 26. So I'm going to go ahead now and fold this way and sew. Now we're going to sew with just 1/2 inch because we don't want anything shortened out of what we have already measured. So we're just going to remove 1/2 inch from everything, and this is going to be the cover for what we're going to be making. I measured out 3 inches for this, folded into 2 like you see me doing like this, and then I folded again, and I'm going to go ahead and sew afterwards. So we're done sewing, and this is what everything looks like. I'm just going to turn it now to the right side because obviously we're going to assume that place is the wrong side of the fabric. Turn it to the right side, and this is what it looks like. So I'm going to start placing onto the others, and I'm just going to make sure that the places that are sewn are all facing the same way. And if you've been wondering what we're trying to make a bow. So, and this is just me making sure that everything has the same measurements on the side. We're trying to make a bow, and I wanted this bow to, instead of to be 2 bows coming together, I wanted it to be 3 bows. That way it would give you more zhuzh. I don't know if it's making sense to you, but I really wanted it to look nice. So I have my thread here, so when I am done folding, I can easily just tie it up. So I'm just going to go with little folds, and that's what I'm going to do. If you remember how to make a fan, if you remember how we made fans when you were younger, that's all you need to do. You just fold the middle part, just keep folding it till you get the result you want. After which I use my thread to tie it down, and I'm going to use this 3 inches band that we got the first time, fold it again, and then use it to cover the thread. And I'm also going to use like my needle and thread to hold the band down so it doesn't go anywhere. You want to also make sure that this is very tight because it can be loose, and loose is not what we're trying to do. So I have my needle and thread here, and I'm just going to fold my thread into 2. So when you pass it through the eye of the needle, you have 4, and then I'm going to use it to sew this down into place. Please, you guys, remember that you have to make it really tight so it doesn't go loose and it doesn't like give you any much stress. We talk on the phone. After doing that, you see that I did not cut the thread out. I'm just going to get my cap and then decide where I want the bow to sit. Keep in mind that the bow is going towards the back side of this cap, so we want it to really sit perfectly. Anyhow you want it to be, whether you want it to be slant or you want it to be straight, just decide where you want the bow to stay and then sew it into place. Make sure you do enough stitches so when you are done, the bow is sitting firmly on your cap. Now we're going to go ahead and also sew the lower part of the bow to the lower part of the cap, and this is what we have afterwards. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so pretty. This is so pretty. I'm so happy that I did this with you guys. Oh my god, it's so pretty, so pretty, so beautiful. I hope you guys have learned something new. I hope you guys have learned something new, and I hope you try this out for yourself. You guys, this is the end result, as you can see, and yeah. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you'll be notified when I post a new video. Don't forget to love yourself because I love you, and have a beautiful day or night. Bye.